Hey guys, welcome back to the Tuff Puff. Today we're gonna have our Rage of the Broken Heavens set review. Um, we've gone over, some cards here and there, so now we finally get the entire set. So let's check it out. Most of it is just gonna be me admiring the art, because a lot of the basics are just trash basics. You know how it goes. Like this Chikorita, for example. Fennekin. She's looking down at a Fennekin through like a portal or something, so that's cool. The attacks aren't very good. Bayleaf, Body Slam, Vine Whip, not very good, but art's pretty. Meganium. As long as Pokemon's remaining HP is 50 or less, each of this Pokemon's attacks does 70 more damage to your opponent's active. So you're hitting 120 with Green Force if you're almost knocked out. And with a Muscle Band attached, you're hitting 140, meaning that you heal all your damage off, because if you have 150 on you, you're knocked out anyways. So you can heal off all 140 at once and deal 140 at once. And then if they can't one-shot you, then you'll pretty much never be able to get knocked out, because you just heal all your damage off. So that's interesting. But the fact that it takes 2 grass and a colorless is kind of bad. I don't like that. If it was 1 grass and 2 colorless, then I could see it being played. C-Dot. Alright, Cricketot. I like this card. Insect Premonition says search your deck for up to 3 grass Pokemon, reveal them, and put them into your hand. So you can get like a Vileplume line. You can get more Cricketots. I don't know. You could just grab an entire 1/1/1 line. You can tech it into Vespiquen to search out like 2 combis and a Vespiquen. Like, doesn't that just seems like real cool? Like, I don't know. I like it a lot. Petalil, Lilligant. During your opponent's next turn, if he or she attaches an energy card to the defending Pokemon becomes asleep. Leaf Blade, flip 2 coins, attack to 30 damage times the number of heads. We gone over this guy already. He's alright, but not that good. I skipped Cricketune, so during your next turn, if an attack does damage to the defending Pokemon, it does 60 more damage. You can go Screech, then Retreat to Toad, and then Quaking Punch for like 110 with a band attached. The issue with cards like this is that since it's putting an effect on the defending Pokemon, if the defending Pokemon is moved to the bench, meaning they retreat or they play switch, even if they evolve, the defending Pokemon is no longer the defending Pokemon. So that effect, adding 60 damage to the attack, comes off. We've gone over Durant, we've gone over Numel and Camerupt, Heatmore. This Pokemon has a tool card attached to it. This attack does 20 more damage. So that's like 60 with a band for 1 energy, which isn't horrible, but it's not really that good. I couldn't see it seeing play. The only deck I could see it seeing play in is like an expanded deck to counter Durant. Like you just go straight Reinforce Flame, Reinforce Flame, Reinforce Flame. But like there's already a Heatmore in expanded that does counter Durant, so I wouldn't be too worried about that. Slowpoke. He's attracting 2 Ducklets and a Shelder. I guess a Shelder is gonna bite his tail, turn into Slowbro. And there's the Slowbro, the cool Miracle Home Run Slowbro. The Slowking that we've gone over. Interesting card, but not that good. Shelder. Cloyster. If this Pokemon evolved from Shelder during this turn, your opponent's active is paralyzed. The only issue is it only does 10 damage. I could see it like in some weird deck with like Vileplume and a bunch of AZs, where you like pick up Cloyster, always evolve every turn, and then you go Sudden Clamp. But other than that, it's just no damage, period, and it's kind of bad. Gyarados, Mega Gyarados, we've gone over. Suicune, beautiful. Prevent all effects of your opponent's attack except damage done to each of your Pokemon as long as he's active. So pretty much it just is only done to him. Like you can use this as like a counter to Excelgor, like attach an Assault Vest to it and expand it, send it up against Excelgor and just keep passing, and then they like what can they do? Like nothing. They do 20 damage a turn and you're doing 110. Manaphy, each of your Pokemon that has any water attached to it has no retreat cost. He's good. Round. Frog Hop. 4 waters for 90 and confuse them and they can't retreat. Pretty bad Seismitoad. Just stick to the EX, people. Ducklet, our Lord and Savior. Swanna, a bunch of colorless, so that's good, but besides that, it's not very good. Just like, what I like about this card is that, like, it's a stage 1 tech in any deck, if you're afraid of fire. So, like, you could run, like, Swanna and Yveltal just to hit Brave Bird, with a Muscle Band 200 on something that's weak to water. Like Entei. Like, if you can't beat Entei, Swanna, like, counters it. We already have Bear Trick, which pretty much also counters it, for colorless energies, but Swanna, you know, is like, it's just one of those kind of cards. Furky, Frogadier, Greninja Break, we've gone over them, they're incredible. Blitzel, Zebstrika, I believe we've gone over, but damage from your lightning Pokemon's attacks isn't affected by any effects on your opponent's active. That's pretty sick. But he has to be in play, and like no one wants to have him in play because his attack is trash. So, Drowsy looking real cool. He's shining. I guess he put on someone's makeup because he's blushing. I don't know why he's blushing. Hypno, both actives are asleep, which is real sick. Espeon EX, beautiful card. Evolve each of your opponent's highest evolved Pokemon and put it into their hand. So, like, you can go spread with the new Trevenant, and then, like, as a tech, you can sneak in an Espeon, devolve all their Pokemon, and get a bunch of knockouts in one turn, potentially winning the game in that turn. There have been other decks like that, like, I think speed spread decks, where they just devolve all your Pokemon at once and you don't expect it. Skorupi, Drapion, kind of bad. Just because it takes so many psychics. Like, cards that take too much of one energy with no acceleration for that energy type, just aren't good. This good Sigilyph that we've gone over. So that same, dimensional rift that, Chikorita was looking into. The coolest Trubbish I've ever seen. This is my favorite art on Trubbish ever. Too bad its attack is not that good. The only thing I like about it is that, like, if you're playing a psychic Garb deck, and you start Trubbish attached to it, Acid Spray, if you flip heads, you can, like, take an energy off of Seismitoad EX or something, so that's kind of cool. That's the only Trubbish that can actually do something to take off energy or to, try and, stop attacks. Garbotoxin's back, gonna be beautiful. I'm so excited for this. It's just gonna change standard completely. 60, your opponent's active is now confused and poisoned. The attack's not horrible, but the attack's not that good. It's still better than the old Garb, though, in my opinion. 1 damage counter, 3 damage counters, double the damage counters. Too much work putting on all those damage counters. I'm never gonna play him just because I'm lazy. Flip coin and Feds prevent all effects of attacks. So that's like the best Skrelp so far if you play Psychic Energies. This is the best Phantom so far, because you just evolve into Trevenant turn 1 no matter what. And doing that, since it happens like on your turn, you can evolve into the Break next turn. Like, Trevenant's gonna be beautiful next set. I couldn't see anything being better than Trevenant Break next set. Sudowoodo, if your opponent used a Pokemon's attack during his or her last turn, uses that attack as this attack. I could see it in like a Lucario Hammers deck or Lucario Bats. Like what happens is like you attach 2 Strongs to Sudowoodo with Fighting Stadium out. They go Quaking Punch. You go Quaking Punch for 90, and they're like, okay, well, you're 2-shotting me with Quaking Punch, and well, he's weak to water, so I don't know if that scenario exactly would work, but I could see him as a counter to Giratina as well, like Chaos Wheel them or something. I don't know. And then this Garchomp, discard a card from your hand, then draw 2 cards for Gibble, so that's cool, to help out with Garchomp's attack, which is attach an energy card from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. For 1 fighting, 60, and then if your opponent's active is an EX, it does 160, so that's sick. And then Gabite, Sandtomb, the defending Pokemon can't retreat during your opponent's next turn, meaning, like, if somehow, like, if they have less cards than you, you can, like, lock out the game by Sandtombing, Lysander New Guy, Sandtomb, Lysander New Guy, Sandtomb, and, like, keep doing that. I don't know. Weird little spooky things like that. Pantrum, Nuzleaf, Shiftry we've gone over. Darkrai. This attack does 20 more damage for each dark energy attached to all your Pokemon. That card's really sick. I could see it with Yveltal. Like, you attach 8 energies over time to all your guys, and then you just go Dark Pulse for a bunch. Dark Head, if your opponent's active is asleep, this attack does 80 more. So, like, I don't know, maybe in Expanded, you can go turn 1, or turn 2, get out Hypno, or Hypnotoxic Laser, flip heads, put him to sleep, Dark Head for 190, if Verbank's out. I don't know, there's a lot of spooky things you can do with this guy, and he can definitely steal games. Israel Sosa's gonna be excited. Pangoro, it's like Dawn Fan, except their attack does 60 less damage, but your attack also does pretty much 60 less damage because it only has a 10 base. So that's kind of interesting. Scizoriax, Mega Scizoriax, gone over. Ferroseed, Ferrothorn, gone over. Clefairy, your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep for 1 fairy. That's like a cool Toad counter, Giratina counter. Clefable is even more of one, with Moon Barrier 30, prevent all effects of attacks including damage done to this Pokemon by your opponent's Dragon-type Pokemon during your opponent's next turn. So that's really sick. Too bad Fairy Energy is like not used, otherwise this card would be really good. The worst Dragalds yet, out of like the 2 or whatever that have been printed, because obviously the other one's just way better. Rattata, Eradicate, Break. Excited for these cards. They're so good. I just like how it can't be affected by special conditions, so in Expanded it can't get like laser haxed. Whew. Stantler, he's cool. He's like Miltank except for Mega Evolutions. So like you go DCE, Muscle Band, in like well, even just DCE in like a Manectric EX deck. Since you already have trouble with Night March, you go Big Charge, do 80 to a Night Marcher, kill him. I don't know. This whole we've gone over, it's trash. Glameow, Caddy, best attack name ever. Perugly, not good, as usual. Time Puzzle, this card's broken. Play 1, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, put them back on top of your deck in any order. That's like interesting with Shaman EX and with Octillery. But then the second one, if you play 2 Time Puzzle, put 2 cards from your discard pile into your hand. Like, I could see running 4 of these in a lot of decks, and like, yeah, the second effect's real sick, but the first effect like can help a lot. Max Elixir is kind of broken for a lot of different strategies. I like the ability with Max Elixir to get a turn 1 Virizion EX attacking and Expanded like way easier. That's beautiful. Burst Balloon's cool. Put 6 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. Gone over that. Gone over Fighting Fury. That's real cool. Spirit Links. Delinquent. Discard any stadium in play, then your opponent discards 3 cards from his or her hand. That card's like really nutty as a what's it called? A disruption card. Psychic's Mind Reading. Your opponent reveals his or her hand. Discard as many cards from your hand as you like, then draw that many cards. It's the only card in Standard that we have to look at your opponent's hand besides Hand Scope, which no one's ever gonna play. Reverse Valley, we've gone over. Splash, then Full Arts. Let's embrace this art. He looks pissed. Beautiful. He looks beautiful. He looks beautiful. She looks beautiful. He looks ugly. He looks ugly, but fierce. He definitely looks fierce. Beautiful whole OEX card as always. And what's this? Secret Rare Gyarados. With a Greninja and a Miltank. It's like the same thing as the Mewtwo's that we just got in Breakthrough. I really like that they're doing this. Like, if this becomes a regular thing, then kudos to you, Pokemon, because that's gorgeous. Anyways, there you have it, guys. That's the set, at least so far. That's everything in the set. I don't know if there will be more stuff that just hasn't been announced yet. I don't know if all of it will be included in the English version of the set, because we're probably going to get some Japanese promos that we haven't received yet and whatnot. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to check out this review, which I believe is by world-renowned Heretic. And then let us know your opinions on the cards. Let us know your opinions on everything about the set, the art, whether you feel it'll be better for Standard or Expanded, etc. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.